Hello everybody, welcome back to Re-Edit. I'm your host Johnny Jean, and for today's edit, we are going to be doing some more graphic design work, but this time we're actually headed into Adobe After Effects. I've been literally so terrified of going into After Effects because I'm a Premiere gal. I taught myself how to use Premiere like a year ago, and I think I'm pretty much like efficient at it. I'm not like perfect, but you know, I'm efficient enough. So going into After Effects is definitely a learning curve because I'm used to certain like places where things should be, but you know, it's Adobe, so it's somewhat similar, but also very different. In fact, I'm not even really going to compare the two. But yes, we're going to be making some drippy graphic lettering, and I enlisted the help of this YouTuber. His name is Spencer Taroque. I will be sure to display everything on the screen somewhere. But yeah, because he included some nice mogurts and presets for me to use and hopefully for y'all to use as well. So without further ado, let's just go right into After Effects and get into it. What is going on? So the first thing I want to show you was the YouTube page I was talking about, Spencer Taroque. He's this YouTuber I just happened to stumble upon, and I actually got my presets and plugins from him, so be sure to go check him out. When you download the package, it's just going to show up in a folder and then a whole bunch of subfolders, and inside those subfolders he has a Premiere project that he installed for us. So you just click on that and open the Premiere project, and that'll give you access to everything that I have open right over here. So in the package it comes with all of these different comps on the side, so you know, feel free to take a look at those, and we're gonna actually go into each and every single one of those. For the text, you can insert your own text. I just put my name just as practice, and you can customize it however you want. You know, you just go into this box right over here on the right hand side, or wherever it may be on your computer. I'm sure you can move it to different places, and you know, you can change the color. I just chose no fill, and I just did an outline. You know, you could space it out however you want to. Just really play around with it. And next, after I insert the text, we are going to play around with the chroma shift. If you go onto effect controls, you'll see a whole bunch of like little tools that can help you customize your chroma shift. I'm just gonna play around with a few of them. You're able to change the colors and what direction that they're going in and things like that. Just watch me play around with that, I guess. I'm just gonna like unfold each of these, most of them really, and just see like what it does. And that's really how you learn, guys. You just sort of like play around with it until you get a hang of it. That's why I said earlier that Premiere is like adjacently sort of similar to After Effects, because like, you know, there is an effect control. There's certain terminologies that are used in this program that I'm just used to like seeing in Premiere form, but you know, it essentially does similar things. So I encourage you all to just like play around with the levers and, you know, opacities and things like that. So I'm really over here just like trying things out, because I've done this before. I practiced it before doing this voiceover and the screen recording, you know, but you learn new things the more you do it. Like that is new. I did not know I could do that, because the first couple times I did, I wasn't able to like extend the end and make it like flare out like that. I thought that was cool. Okay, so next we're going to go into the text shift wraps folder, and basically, so what I'm going to do here, I inserted a overlay that I got from somewhere on the internet, and I was able to get this overlay of a moving, I don't even know what to describe this as. Here, I'll show you. So this was the first video that I got off the internet. It's like dripping paint, like slow dripping paint or something. And then here's the other one I got. Yeah, I don't even know what to describe that as, but it's just cool. So basically what you can do is just to import that into your After Effects project, just use the keyboard shortcut Command-I and find the file and basically just import it into the project. And then it kind of shows up like that. Then you can drag it onto the comp that you're working on right now. And you see how cool that looks? I honestly wanted to leave it like that, but for learning purposes sake. So I went under track matte, and we're under the second column where it says none, you're going to hit the down bar and click on alpha matte, which is the first option that should show up, alpha matte. And then basically boom, it does this overlay thing, and because the video image that we imported also moves, it'll move with it. So I think I show that in this recording right here. You see how it's like moving along with it? Yeah, so that's kind of what we want. That'll add more to the effect. It's actually super dope. Okay, so on to the next thing. We're gonna play around with the left-right warp. So I don't even know how to describe this to you, but basically like just the way that the letters warp around, because there's different layers of the text that creates sort of this like trippy, sort of surreal effect. And so basically with the in and outs, you're able to change the colors, the direction that the colors can face. You just play around with the different levers and properties and things like that. Figure out which colors that you want, what direction you want them to go in, and things like that. You sort of just find your style with that. All right, and then after we played around with the left-right warp, we're going to play around with Liquify Trails. I did this on my first try, and honestly it's super cool. So basically you see how the letters basically melt and sort of turn into like this like a river of like cool trippy lava. So you're able to manipulate the direction in which that trail goes into, which is the point of Liquify Trails. It just took a long time to render and actually like show you guys. So I didn't do much with it here, but definitely play around with it. I was able to do some cool stuff on my first try with the Liquify Trails. It gives you different options, and you see under on the bottom left hand side all the layers. So adjustment layer 7, adjustment layer 4, adjustment layer 3. There's different smear layers within those layers, a lot of different smear layers. So you have essentially endless options in which you can liquefy these trails, and really make it your own. Like I'm really just using the bare minimum default here, but definitely utilize those tools. It just took too long to render, so I couldn't really show you guys much, but yeah, that's what's going on here. Okay, so after all of that, this is essentially the final product, and I'm just going to show you what that looks like. But before, in order to save, you would go up to composition and then add to Adobe Media Encoder Q. What it's going to do is put it in an encoding. It's going to go through the process of encoding in order to save. It's going to open up the media encoder from Adobe, and it's going to basically put it in Q. And then when you see your file that you want to save, you would just basically click on it to highlight it, and then click the green play arrow to start encoding. So without further ado, here is the final effect. Okay, and we're done. That was actually pretty interesting. I've never done anything like that before, but I thought it'd be a cool episode to bring you guys, so hopefully you guys can use it in some more creative projects later on. But with that, that is the end of the video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to UNF Spinnaker TV on YouTube, and also be sure to head over Instagram and follow me at joe.chella, and also follow UNF Spinnaker TV at UNF Spinnaker TV. With that, that's a wrap. That's the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next episode.